With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten, and we're off in Week 4. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, Young. He'll buy some time right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this: I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Young. That one complete to Liggett. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, just like last play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Young to throw it. This ball taken in here by Brooks. So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you could almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand-checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards.
Big. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They go play action. Young. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Palmer. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. The Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry here for Ken Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The Seahawks send out their punter.
Deep to return is Kevontae Turpin.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
Throwing, Young.
That one complete to Leggett. Across midfield. He's on his way.
And finally down at the 9-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards.
We talk so much about run after the catch or rack, a term coined by our very own, the coach, John Madden, the legendary one himself. And you definitely won't find a better illustration of it than right here. He's going to take this one and a whip.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Panthers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole.
From the 33, here's 2nd down at 7.
He'll look to throw.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. You look at this Carolina defense.
And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink. Get back to what works.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Here we go, Shaq.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. down to the 10.
And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Seahawks are back within a score.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Here's a handoff to Brooks running left.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. Once again, it's Brooks.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down." They love being physical.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, Young. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
They'll run right here with Brooks.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Young to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on third down.
Ready up. Back row 80. Go street. Warrior 17.
Up the middle with Brooks here.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13.
They'll stay on the ground with Brooks.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long.
Let's go.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a fourth down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down. Here's Young from the shotgun. That's to his running back, complete.
And the Panthers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations, and they feel like maybe they're just the better team, and they want to go ahead and prove it conclusively.
Here's Brooks.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Well, now they'll try the end around.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Here we go. Set. Come back to go.
Young with it, third and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half.
The kick by Carlson is good. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Up the middle they run. It's Walker.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
And I think he just wanted to give the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
2nd and 3.
And yet again, it's McLaurin. And the Seahawks are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw again. Dancing to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The play fake. Now Young sliding out of the pocket. Got a man. That's Leggett. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. To throw, Young. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now Young. He's got room at the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now Young. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception returned for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back to it after the pick 6. Young. That's complete to Palmer. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now here's Young.
Got a man. That's Liggett. Room to maneuver at the 35.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Now a give to Brooks running right.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
A give up the middle, Hubbard.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Panthers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Ready? Come 19, go!
He'll drop to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big play there for Seattle. 49 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3.
Here is Young. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They'll try and run here with Brooks.
Room here to run.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Throwing, Young.
This ball taken in here by Brooks.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Young here, you can see, changing the play. They'll run straight ahead with Brooks.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
No tougher place to be in a spot like this than Seattle. Here's 3rd down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Young. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Young to throw. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
That's taken in by Palmer.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's 1st and goal. Young going to give to Brooks.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
He's back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Open man, that's Gesicki down the field. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
19 Lions.
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Ready up.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Go.
He'll look to throw.
He'll find Metcalf.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Back to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Ready. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
Back to throw.
This ball intercepted. Charles, a heartbreaking way to lose this game. They got into position for that final play, had a decent look toward the end zone, but ultimately picked off, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, they gave themselves a great opportunity, didn't they? They'll replay that snap over and over, but sometimes you just have to give credit to the other side. Defense stood up in the final moment and came through with the interception.
So for Carolina, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for Seattle, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1.